What's up, guys? It's Hector from Pasa con la Masa podcast. We have a very special guest this evening, but before we get to him, I always have to introduce my right hand, my BFF.
What up, everybody? Lee Boy Savage right here. Que pasa con la masa? Getting ready to kick this shit off.
And
The cuss jar. Sorry,
you're lucky we didn't get
we're
it
starting
out,
off like that, bro.
You're already fucking up.
There he goes right here.
But remember, it's going for a good cause. So the more we cuss, the fucking more money we raise, guys. So we're on our way. But we have a very important, very special person that we invited to be a guest on our podcast today. You want to let our viewers know exactly a little bit about you and your full name, please?
My name is Carmona Gemini. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a writer, director, producer, poet as well.
Oh, yeah. Hey, is Gemini your real last name?
That's just the name I work under.
Oh, okay, I like it, bro. That's like, sounds fucking, it's like it gets the ladies, bro. That's how you get the ladies with the Gemini last name, bro?
Well, yeah, and then two, it keeps the authorities away.
Yeah.
Hey,
Incognito.
You gotta stay a step ahead.
Already.
I'm going to change mine to Lee Boy Savage Capricorn.
Hijo.
Here we go.
That's too long, bro.
Nah, the long, bro. Then I confuse everybody. Then the authorities are really confused.
That's right.
Well, yeah, 'cause they know you're all right.
Nah, they don't know me, bro. Shit, don't nobody know me.
Are you sure? You've had quite a bit of a story. We'll recount it later.
Nah.
I promise it won't get religious.
Yeah,
We already discussed that.
we already did our prayers. We held hands and did our prayers already.
We did our daily affirmations and our intentions. So now we're gonna get down to nitty gritty. We wanted to invite you because we want you to talk about this latest project that you have. We want to let people know about exactly what to expect for the new year. We're excited for it. We love it, you know. But tell our viewers.
So the project that you're talking about is King of the South. That's a project that I've been filming here in San Antonio for the past year, maybe a year and a few months.
All right.
And Christmas Day, we'll be dropping episode 1. Episode 1 is what we showed at a premiere, which we had back in June the 9th. But that particular day, we'll be dropping our website and we'll be dropping episode 1 as well. And then, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. What platform is it dropping on?
Well, we're just going to have our own website, and you go to our website and you'll be able to watch it there.
Oh, okay. Is it free or is it?
No,
is it paid
that
for?
one will be free.
Okay, that's badass. Hell yeah.
And then going into 2026, I really can't say much about it right now,
Yeah.
and things will change.
Okay.
But the first one's always free.
Yeah. That'll be badass.
You'll never forget the first one.
Never forget
The first one's the best one.
Well, we've been watching that trailer. We checked out that trailer and we got a sneak peek at the first episode. So we're kind of hip to what's coming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're excited, man. It's something that's like, man, what I want to see the next one.
Yeah, when I started the project, that's kind of how I first saw it. I wanted to end the year with that. I wanted to go fresh into 2026, which I'll be dropping another project as well. I can't speak too much about that either, but I can show you better than I can tell you.
I feel like we're interviewing Jason Bourne. Everything's confidential over here. We can't get no information.
That's classified information. That's above our pay grade.
Yeah, you have to sign an NDA when this is over.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, but you know what? That's great because we'll be the first ones to break it.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, only the people that were at the premiere and a few other people have actually seen that particular episode. So there's a lot of people that weren't able to make it to that particular premiere, and since that episode isn't readily available for just anybody to watch, unless I send it to you.
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a majority of people that haven't seen it yet. They've just heard about it. They've seen pictures. They've heard other actors when they go to other projects talk about it. So I wanted to keep it really close to the chest because nowadays it's almost like that. That's the one thing that's been taken from cinema and film. The surprise.
Yeah.
Or the intimacy.
Yes.
Seems like there's a lot of buzz around town about the whole project. So it's piqued my interest. I know it's got this guy's interest. So
Yeah, I'm a big movie buff. So it's just meeting you and seeing the little stuff on social media platforms, I'm like, man, I got intrigued like that. I got hooked on it. I'm like, man, I need to find out more about it. And I remember I reached out to you and I told James, I'm like, hey, man, there's this project that's out there. It's out there, but it's not out there.
yeah, you were telling me about
and
it.
it's like we gotta get it on.
Oh, yeah.
And we were lucky to get to meet you and meet some of the cast at the Tejanos in the barrio.
Jaime's place.
Yeah, at
Yes.
Thanksgiving in the barrio with Jenny B. Shout out to Mousy, Jenny B. That was a great event, and you had most of the cast there.
Some of the cast were there. Mousie's in it as well. Jenny B's in it. Brandy Lopez. I incorporated a lot of local talent
Yeah.
as well, but I also shot in a lot of places in San Antonio that I wanted to pay homage to. I'm not from San Antonio, but you know, I got here as fast as
And I know you love it. I'm sorry.
And so a lot of the places that I wanted to shoot in places that had some sentimental value, you know, places that have been here 40 years, 50 years plus, or even name drop like particular businesses that are no longer here.
Yeah.
Incorporate a lot of people from the neighborhood, especially people that have passed on, you know, because when I'm shooting in a particular neighborhood, they'll tell me, oh, you should have met so and so. He was a real character. And they'll tell me a little bit about the person. So I'll incorporate a character like that. It's almost like it's a love letter. It's a love letter to everybody.
So if you're not from San Antonio, what drew you to San Antonio to start filming out here and doing the whole everything out here?
Little Joe.
Little Joe.
I had the privilege of meeting him a few years back. He's in King of the South. He plays my father. When I met him, I pitched him the idea. He was fascinated. You know, it deals with a lot of things that happened in the 60s, which are pretty much happening today. And so I know that he was a big part of that movement, and he's always been a part of that. So I envisioned someone like that as a father. And I think we were talking about that at breakfast the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where I had a picture of him and I put it on my wall, like my real wall. And the producer I was working with at the time asked me, who is that? And I said, man, eres que de Texas and Mexicano. You don't know who that is. Well, I said, that's kind of like our Willie Nelson, kind of like our Johnny Cash, our Frank Sinatra, you know, a legend, icon.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Hector from Que Pasa con la Masa podcast. Just wanted to send a quick shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. Not in any particular order. We'll send a shout out first to GC Roofing and Construction. Any and all roofing needs, contact my boy Russ Fox. His cell number is 210-347-0426. Again, Russell Fox. Cell number 210-347-0426. Also, our amazing sponsors at Eddie's Taco House, Priscilla, Cassandra, Hector Tocayo. Thank you so much for the great service, for the amazing food, and for always supporting your local podcast. Andy Chavez, Mi Frijoles, Taco Guy, Catering Service out of New Braunfels. Guys, if you need anything catered for any special event, a wedding, quinceañera, birthday, divorce party, Andy's your guy. Make sure to reach out to him. Also, our good friend Anthony Patterson over at Ron Hoover, Odessa, for your marine and RV vehicle needs. Don't forget to stop by and visit our great friends at Bar 321 on Main Street. Brian and Nicole Garcia, thank you so much for your patronage. Support local bars, guys. Speaking of bars, also stop by our other sponsor, Coach Gary Durbin's Hunter's Corner off of Quintana Road in the hood. If you know, you know. Stop by and visit the great staff. Coldest beer in town, Hunter's Corner. Also, our newest sponsor, our latest and greatest, Joe Gage. Shout out to all the Gage family in Laredo. Laredo, Texas, Laredo Ranch Heights. For all your farming equipment, any type of deer necessities you might have, they have it there for you at Laredo Ranch Heights. Any type of solar energy panels for either your home, residential, or commercial, reach out to my dear friends Sergio Magda Cantu with Solar Ideal Energy out of Mission, Texas. I think that's it for now, guys.
And so when I met him, he told me about the Cesar Chavez parade that was coming up. So he called me, told me about the parade. It was the next day. I was living in Lufkin at the time, which is like 5.5 hours from me.
Yeah.
So he called me that evening. It's like, hey, in the morning, come to this parade. I'll introduce you to the mayor, the chief of police, some judges, you know, just to establish you in the community for when you start to shoot there. And so I thought, well, I'll just get up, 3 in the morning and drive. But I was like, I'm not going to. So I got in my car. It was maybe 10 o'clock. Drove to the Guadalupe, found me a parking space, and just camped out.
Oh, no way. Oh, you were ready for that shit then?
Yeah. And I called my cameraman, and I said, hey, meet me here. I said, just bring the camera and we'll shoot. And that's what we did. And I kind of, and I told all the people that I had cast in it as well. I said, just go to the parade, just come dressed as your character. So what we did is it was our way to establish all of the people that were going to appear.
Yeah.
So I knew that once I established and we saw them here, then I would have to explain, well, who are these people?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's pretty cool. A lot of people don't even know they're going to be in the episode. They're going to be. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool way to utilize the parade and the whole movement and everything like that to adapt it to the movie. You know what I mean? That's the show. I mean.
Yeah, I figured it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up.
Yeah.
Especially walking, beside Little Joe.
Yeah.
Because Little Joe was really involved with that. There's pictures of him with Cesar Chavez.
Yes, when I went to his home to film with him, the first scene that him and I have is in front of this glass case, and in that glass case, he has his Grammys. He has pictures of him and Jesse Jackson, him and Ted Kennedy, Cheech, and he has these letters that he wrote to Cesar Chavez, or that Cesar Chavez wrote to him.
Badass. He's got a little shrine with the whole thing. That's cool shit. Oh yeah.
The thing that I love about Little Joe also is that he can relate to a lot of the migrants because he was from a family of migrants and he was an actual migrant himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think he didn't finish school. He went to 7th grade.
Yeah, he didn't finish school. He was a cotton picker. Yeah, just his story is amazing. I saw him at his birthday celebration a few weeks ago at Jaime's. And it was the first time that I actually just watched. Like I took it in. And as I looked around me, there were people of all ages, but especially the people from like his era, the 80 years old and still dancing and still con los gritos. And it was like, oh man, I was just so proud to be Mexican, man.
I mean, and being around him, it's a different type of energy.
Mm-hmm. Also, what I understood too, man, is I'm watching this gentleman who's as old as my grandfather and tirando unos gritos, like from the bottom of his feet. And I realized that the performance I was watching would be no different than watching Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the Tejano Elvis right there.
I mean, I was totally enamored. It's totally like the showmanship, el pasión. It was it was really powerful. Especially you look around and you see that it affects every generation.
Mm-hmm.
From the 80-year-olds to the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament with him and his career being that long, the longevity and how he connected. Because I automatically remember being a young boy, and my grandma would be blaring it, and he was actually our voice. We would consider him our voice because they call him the king of the brown sound. He sang oldies to us.
Yeah, when you say young boy, do you mean like 25 or what?
Oh, no, I wish. but I mean, being a toddler,
all right,
you can relate to that music because you remember your parents having get-togethers, barbecues, or at the park, and you hear that on the AM radio, and they resonated because they're like, we have someone representing us, singing songs that we listen to on Dick Clark, but we have an actual Chicano singing it, and it meant that much more. So there was a lot of pride in that.
Yes, and also that he didn't, that was his identity.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't hide that. He embraced it. He definitely represented us. And he still does.
To this day.
Yes.
And the thing I love about him is that he covered so many different types of music. He didn't just get into a niche where he's like, well, he's only Tejano or he's only a big band. He did jazz, country, pop.
You say oldies?
Oldies. I mean, he did it all. He covered it all.
Yeah, he has this one like space disco, like just some really far out stuff. Man.
Some psychedelic fucking acid music or what?
That's the 70s were a good time.
My favorite album is his first one, the Latin Years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Como un perro, that particular song. Just the musicianship all across the board, because he's famous for not having an accordion.
Yeah.
Got a horn section, but it's beautiful music.
I mean, it's funny because it gets kind of like genre where they're like, oh, well, that's big band music. because from his band, you had all these other bands that all wanted to get just horns, and then you get the mixture of the accordion, and the horns kind of wean off, and they're like, okay, we'll keep a sax, and that's it, and we got accordion and bajo, and it just transforms. But his music to this day is, I think it's the national anthem of the Chicano, Las Nubes.
For
I
sure.
mean, hands down. I mean, but to carry that mantle, bro, that's a heavy mantle, man.
You know, and to be standing next to him in the scene is pretty heavy too.
Yeah, that's got to be cool to see somebody when you're young that you idolize a little bit, and then get to meet them and hang out with them and just be like around them like that. It's got to be pretty cool feeling.
Mhm. Yes, most definitely.
And
So-
that's the thing with him is, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead, bro.
he not only did he do music, but he acts.
Yes. Actually, that's kind of what made me reach out to him. I remember when I was younger, I saw him in a movie where he plays a priest
Yes.
and a boxer, kind of early Nacho Libre type thing, right? And so he did a movie a few years ago that I saw, and it was horrible. The movie was just terrible. It was put together really fast. It was I won't say the name, but
Kind of have to say the name now, bro.
and I saw his performance, and it was just like, wow. And when I saw it, I got on my phone and I sent him a message on Messenger. And, you know, I wrote him this paragraph like, you know, you don't know me, but I know your work. I saw you in this movie when I was a kid. I'm a filmmaker myself. I just saw something you were in. And, you know, I wouldn't want that to be like part of your legacy. And I wouldn't want that to be the last thing you do. I have something that I'm working that I think you would be perfect.
That's a hell of a
for."
pitch, bro. That's a hell of a pitch right there.
I said, more than anything, solamente, señor, te quiero dar tus flores. Right? And when I met him, I told him about that. I said, he goes, yeah, I did that as a favor. And I said, no, that's fine, you know, but just after I pitched him that, I said, after I saw that, I sent you a message. He says, well, my daughter takes care of that. He says, what does it say? And I read it to him. And to just be sitting across from him, talking about it, and, you know, him being game to do it.
That's badass.
Man, that's like out of this body experience.
That's like landing a shark right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Landing a great white right there.
I didn't. I think that the story that I'm telling of King of the South, you know, it's like I told him, and I said, it seems that any time that we're shown, we're always with violence, right? So I believe that those sorts of things perpetuate the stereotype, and they won't see us as anything else. You know, things are changing. Thank goodness things are changing, because streaming services, independent, you know, people are just making their own stuff more personal,
Yeah.
más auténtico.
Mhm.
So you're starting to see these stories where we're not just drug dealers or hitman, you know, that there's other sides to us as
Yeah,
well.
for sure.
And that's what I wanted to show. That's what I am showing with King of the South, is putting Mexicanos in positions of authority and of power, but like congressmen, senators, lawyers, judges, chiefs of police, entertainers, things like that. And I feel that that's important, because then that puts another image out there.
Yeah.
Almost definitely, like I said earlier with Little Joe, like he was us. He represented us. He sang, he did his thing, and he traveled the world, but he represented us, so we could relate to that. And I think that you're right. Lately, we've been getting better representation.
Mhm.
There's more relativity with people that watch, like, hey, I could do that, or that's what I do. I'm finally being recognized for something
Mhm.
other than a maid or a lawn person, you know, a yard keeper, whatever. The situation where it's kind of demeaning to what we do. We do other things other than that. Growing up, I remember I always tell my mom, we buy stuff at the store. How
Mhm.
come we don't see one of us on there? You know?
Exactly.
But we'd always see it on the Spanish station because our house was mainly Mexicanos.
See,
And we'd see the Spanish station like, oh, there's Mexicans all over the place.
Yeah.
right.
Like, this is a cool world. Like, I don't want to go to the other world. They're mean over there. They don't like us because we don't exist. And this is what we do.
Exactly.
Shit, mainstream's targeting Hispanics like crazy now, bro.
Well,
Down
they
everywhere.
They
dude.
know.
And everywhere, it's the number with the fastest growing population. You know what I mean?
We're already there.
So-
We're no longer the minority.
They
I
say
think.
hip hop, their number one buyer of music and concert tickets are Hispanics, Chicanos, and all the hip hop artists.
I believe that,
Yeah.
man, for sure. The numbers are there. Well, first of all, like we were here first, so
Yeah,
I mean,
Finders keepers.
we didn't cross the border crossed us.
Exactly.
and these are historical facts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, I'm speaking of the border. I know that you not only work in Texas, but you also work in other states that live near the border. I think you said you were in Phoenix.
Yes,
Arizona.
yes. I just got back from Phoenix, Arizona. I was out there with. There's a tattoo parlor out there called Manny's. Manny's Tattoo Parlor. What's up, Manny? I was able to work with the First Ladies Lowrider Club out of Phoenix, which is run by Aurelia. Her name is Aurelia. She's in King of the South. I got a lot of support when I went out there.
yeah. They got a big lowrider scene out there in
Oh, huge.
Arizona. I remember I went to the Super Show right there in Phoenix. Like, shit, what year was it? It was like 2003, 2004. It was badass.
Well, like the first episode of King of the South, what I call the pilot, takes place. It's the one with Little Joe and myself, and that took place in East Texas. Part of it in East Texas, and the other part at Temple at his home. But we started it there, like in El Monte,
Mhm.
with ponds and cows and pastures and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I moved it to San Antonio, where the cows were replaced by cars and trees, buildings, no more pastures, puros parking lots, and even my character changes too, because he comes to the city. And then the second season, I start in Phoenix. I wanted to show like these different backgrounds,
Yeah.
and each one has like a different energy. Most definitely.
And how did you get into making film? Did you start when you were younger, or like, how did that come about, bro?
My English teacher. I was in the 10th grade.
Mhm.
And in the 10th grade, well, to tell you how old I am, the teacher would write on the chalkboard.
All right.
So when you'd walk in,
Yeah.
there's a subject for you to write into your journal. And, every day, you write in your journal. And then one day he said, "Hey guys, I want to read you something." And he read this short story that I wrote. And after he finished reading it, he asked the class, "What do you guys think about that?" And the class was like, "Oh, it's really good. Like, who wrote that?" And he says, one of your peers wrote that. Can you guess who? And at the time, I played sports. So, I was known for basketball, football, baseball, like just a jock. And I was pretty good at it as well. And so they didn't guess me. And of course, he said, no, he wrote it. And then from there, he told me, you should take theater. I said, oh, yeah? I said, why? He says, well, you're really creative. Maybe you can write plays. I was like, okay, cool. So I started taking theater. My senior year, I have to tell you this story. It's very important. So in the town that I was at, there was a lot of Mexicanos, a lot of negritos, and a lot of white folks. So Mexicanos weren't like, there weren't that many football players. And if they were usually the kicker, right? I mean, it's what it
That's
was.
what it was.
They were serving the Gatorade.
Yes, and I myself I was a running back
Mhm.
because I was fast. So, I played a lot. I was really good. So I was well known. So I wasn't like the other Mexicanos. That's how I was perceived, right? And so my senior year, there was a UIL play, and in theater at the time there was only two Mexicanos. It was myself and a young lady named Yesenia Reyes. I'll never forget her because I named one of my characters after her.
Oh wow.
And so it was just me and her, and there was a UIL play. And the UIL plays are for competitions and things like that.
Okay.
So every year there was the same two actors that would go out for these parts. One of them was the teacher's son and the daughter of a foreman at the sawmill. So gente de
Yeah.
dinero, right?
Yeah.
So they always went out and they always got it. And that particular year, I told Yesenia, I said, "Hey, Yesenia, why don't we try out for the UIO play?" And she's kind of avoided the question, and I kept on and on and on, and finally she's like, "Okay." So we auditioned for the UIO play. Part of that is you audition in front of your peers, right? So we went. I think they went first, and then we went after them. And the teacher, Miss Cordell, yeah, I'm gonna say her name, and Mr. Wilkerson, they stepped outside, and I remember the two kids that usually got these roles looked at us and said, "You guys got it," and we're like, "What, really?" And to come from them, it was like,
Wow.
well, they know.
Yeah.
They know what it takes. They've been doing it for a while. So, we felt really good about it. And the class too was like, dude, yeah, you guys killed it, blah, blah, blah. So the teacher calls us outside, Yesenia and myself. So we stand out in the hallway. And I remember Yesenia, like walking outside, she had her head down, right? And I'm thinking, no, it's a good thing, right? They're going to give us the news or whatever. So we get out there and the teacher says, hey, wow, we're really surprised. We didn't expect that. You guys did really good. But, and I said, but what? She says, well, the couple that you're playing, they're from New England.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah.
Oh, I see.
And she goes, well, they sound a particular way. And I'm like, well, we have a speech coach, so we can learn accents. Like, we've done that before. Yesenia got smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Me, yo de pendejo, I'm like, whoa, you know what? And they said, well, they look a certain way. And I'm like, well, we have costumes. Like, what? I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yesenia knew what was up. This is why she didn't want to go out for it in the first place.
Because you're gonna get overlooked either way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She knew this.
Yeah.
Me, but I'm not like that, right? I play sports.
You're
People know who I
competitive.
am. Yeah, And they ultimately told us that we didn't match whatever, right? Basically, you ain't white,
If it ain't
Yeah.
white, it ain't right.
right? It's what it was.
Shit, if it would have been these days, you would have had it because
Oh,
they even
for
made the
sure.
Little Mermaid black. So you know what I mean.
Hey,
You would
for
have had
sure.
it.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what I did is, after that, they gave me another play to do. It was my senior year. That's why I wanted to go out for the UIO play, just to see if I really had some talent,
Yeah.
And so they gave me a play. I read the play that they gave me to do, and I said, this sucks. And Miss Cordell she goes, excuse me? What did you say? I said, this play sucks. Like, this is the last play I'm going to do, and it sucks. She said, writing a play takes a lot of work. She goes, if you think you can do any better, why don't you write one? So after school, again, this is how old I am. I went to the library, checked out a typewriter.
Wow.
Okay.
This is before ChatGPT too.
Hey,
I relate that. We're probably the same age.
AI, boy. Hey, right here. Right here. And so, but it was electric, though.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's electric.
You went to a good school.
So you're younger than this guy, then, bro. If it
hey.
was electric, bro.
Hey,
Wow.
that was our digital back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Right? Electric, right?
Exactly.
I'm just joking, Perrito.
It's okay. I'm thinking.
Yo, you'll get me back. I
I
know
know.
it's coming, bro.
So I went home and I took this play and I set it next to the typewriter and I followed the form, right? I'm like, okay, this is how you write a play. So let me change the names and let me change what they say, right? The one thing that I had to keep was that the story was about drunk driving, underage drunk. So that theme had to stay,
Okay.
Everything else I changed, right? And the next day in class, I went up to Miss Cordell and I put it on her desk. And she goes, what's this? I said, it's a play. She goes, did you write this? I said, I did. And she started reading page 1, page 2, page 3. And then she looked at me and she goes, you can do it. Do you have an actress? I said, I sure do.
Yesenia.
Yesenia.
There you go.
I go to Yesenia. She says no. She said, I don't want to do it. I'm done. That's not part of what I want to do anymore. She just started doing like she was good just doing like background music, lights. She just took a total backseat.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not doing it.
She wanted to be behind the scene more than in front of everybody.
Well, she didn't. She was disappointed.
Yeah, I can imagine.
She was disappointed. So she's like, I'm not putting myself back out there again. And she didn't.
Yeah.
So I didn't have an actress. So of course the young lady that was the UIL actress said, what's that? And I said, it's a play. She was, did you write that? And I said, I did. And she started to read it. And she says, do you have an actress? I said, no. She says, can I do it? And I'm like, you want to do it? She said, yeah, of course. I'm tired of playing the same roles over and over. So, we did it.
She didn't want to be from New England no more.
Yeah. So we did it. I put it on. It was a success. But what it did for me is it introduced me to the community in a whole different way.
Yeah.
As a creative. So a lot of people were, especially my friends, my football friends were like, hey, dude, you should go to California. I said, well, for what? They said, well, that's where they make movies, man. You need to write movies. I'm like, I do? They're like, yeah, dude, that's what you're doing. You
didn't have people poking fun and messing with you about that?
No.
Because shit, when I was coming up, if you did anything like positive, I think you're all bad now. Look at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think probably because I was the only Mexicano,
Yeah.
I was representing.
And I think what helped you also is that you were an athlete.
Yeah, no, that's
oh yeah,
that's definitely what helped me. Because other than that, those guys wouldn't have gone to a play.
Yeah,
the fact that I was in it, they went to make fun of me.
Yeah,
that was the premise.
And then they saw the talent,
and then they said they're like, hey, you wrote that?
They're covering up their girlfriends and shit. Hey, stay away.
That's what ended up happening. Yeah, they did go to make fun of me, but they saw that like, oh, there's something there.
You captivated them, dude. That's exactly what happened.
I mean, you're still doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what captivated? That jacket, bro. I gotta hear the stories on these jackets, dude.
Oh my goodness.
That jacket's badass, dude. That's like the third time I tell you that jacket.
Well, that's why the authorities are looking for it.
I see you walk in, I'm like, fuck, that guy's somebody with that jacket. It's like it just looks like it, bro.
I want to ask you a question in regards to that jacket. Is there at any time where you feel when you take it off, you're taking off that character?
It's like taking Batman's cape off.
No, because I had this jacket long before.
Bro, he is the jacket, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't see that
he
jacket.
Is the jacket.
I can't see someone else wearing a jacket similar to yours and like, nah.
I think you're the only one who could get away with that jacket, bro.
Oh, thanks.
I saw you, the beard, the jacket, the earring. I'm like, damn, this dude's a fucking. I don't know who this guy is, but he's somebody.
Yeah. And it was funny because when we met you at the Thanksgiving in the barrio, and thank you to our good friend Lupita introducing us and brought you to our table.
Just walked in. She's made an appearance on the camera, so we'll make sure we leave it in.
She walked by. We won't edit that part, I promise. Because Danes will, but I won't. But when she brought you over, I know he was like, "Who's this cat?" And I was like, "Dude, that's that guy I was telling you about on Facebook." And because I'm a big fan of good stuff. Like we got to meet Shelly Lara, shout out to Little Miss Dynamite. And she's introduced us to a lot of great people, such as yourselves. And I'm a big fan. I was always been a big fan of hers. But then I saw your work, and I was like, dude, that's him. And I reached out to you prior.
Yes.
And I was like, we need to have you in the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I believe in what you're doing. And now more so. More so, not because you're sitting here in front of us, but because we believe in your drive and the message that you're pulling through with the trailer and everything else. We can't wait for the first season.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, me either.
I keep saying, man, from what I've been seeing, comedy, music, movies, like San Antonio's becoming a hub of like Chicano art culture. You know what I mean? It's becoming like little Hollywood over here, Chicano Hollywood.
Yes, there's more and more work is starting to be done over
Yeah.
here, especially like Dallas, Fort Worth, Taylor Sheridan, Landman.
Oh yeah, Sheridan's doing all kinds of stuff.
Yes, and the other side of that is Dallas Jenkins with The Chosen. I did a show similar to that called Paul the Last Apostle.
Oh really?
Mm.
Where can we find this other work of yours?
Paul the Last Apostle. I don't know if they're going to release that.
Okay.
I think what they were doing is introducing a show after The Chosen, because we kind of all know how it ends.
Yeah.
And the next most important person in that history is Paul.
All right. I would like to see some of your old stuff, man. Check it out.
Yeah, we were watching some of that today. Some of the first work I did, over 13 years ago.
I was about to bring that up, Caballero. I saw that. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was you.
Oh,
I came and told David, like, dude, you gotta watch this shit. And the beard does everything.
Yeah, that's a funny story because actually the first film that I was in, like professional film, was Machete.
Oh, you were in Machete?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. And then...
Well, I'll have to send you the clip because it's really like it's the kind you have to pause.
Yeah, but you made the movie, bro.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying the movie blew up because you was kind of
yeah.
It's kind of like the Rev Ray's music video blew up because Hector was in it.
Shit, we're already at 250 something.
He's taking credit for the success of the
They
video.
invited us. I'm just saying. I mean, you were there with us too, so we
Yeah.
can't take all the credit.
Yeah.
He's here.
We made a little appearance. You got to pause, just like you're saying. You got to pause and you can see us, but
Yes.
it's cool.
I kept pausing the hell out of that video.
You gotta
Look, I'm not making this shit up.
You got to blown up on the poster already, bro.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm ready to sign about my Sharpie and everything.
Hey, I got a personal question, dude, because I love business.
Well, I don't answer personal.
No.
questions, so.
No, it's a personal question for me because
Okay.
I love business and I love
Politics and sexuality off the table.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
no,
We
no,
might
no,
get you
no,
there.
no,
Give you a
no.
few more beers. We
Yes.
might get you there.
Oh no.
I don't know which one comes first, bro.
Bring the mezcal. Orale.
Nah, but so I love business, bro. I love seeing how people monetize their art and all that stuff. And it always blows my mind. Like I can't pin it down how people make money off the movie industry, especially like independent producers and directors and all that. Like I would love to like get some insight on the business aspect of it.
Man, you and me both. You and me both. That model is changing like by the day.
with the internet and everything going
yes,
on.
Yes, because it used to be like if you had a big name in your movie, you'd make some money, but that's not the case anymore.
Nah.
No.
And then you're able to stream all your own stuff now, so you can direct to customer, right? You don't have to go through all the gatekeepers in the.
No, not anymore. Not especially like with things like YouTube, but there's also all these other apps that are popping up, all these other streaming services.
Yeah.
Just like I compare them to, you have those big ones like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu. Well, that's like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Those are the Kentucky Fried Chickens. Those are all corporate. But then you have these moms and pops places that are popping up. Well, that's where the streaming services are with people that either want to take control of their work and, keep all rights to it.
Yeah.
And to be able to make the money. And there's people that are creating those spaces now because you create the space that you need.
Yeah.
And a lot of time with producers, as soon as they see the work, they want to give you these ideas of how to make it better and how to make it more like everything else.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
I'm good. I got it.
Well, that's a cute observation, but it ain't gonna work.
They start trying to change your vision and everything.
And they're like, well, that's just my opinion. I said, you're absolutely right.
Have you ever tried pitching any of your work to like Netflix or Hulu or any of that stuff?
No.
No.
This is the biggest project I've done.
Oh, really?
To date. After Machete, I had a run there for about a year where I started making my own films.
Okay.
And Caballero was actually the character I played in Machete. But that was my pitch if they turned Machete into a TV show. And that was right around the time that Robert Rodriguez had just started El Rey Network. And so they reached out to me. And I said, well, like I fed I was the demographic.
Mm-hmm.
Mexicano or Chicano, maybe English was my first language, things like that. But
yeah,
it's like that network was made like I was the blueprint for that.
All right.
And Caballero was meant to be the show of Machete. You know how back in the day, I think Highlander was a movie,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and they turned them into shows,
yeah.
things like that. And that was the idea behind it.
So if you don't mind me asking, what kind of budget were you working with on this? On this?
On King of the South,
Yeah.
no budget,
Oh really? It's just by the shoestrings, just pulling it up and.
puro pinche ganas.
Hell yeah, that's badass, dude. Hell yeah, that makes me want to watch it even more.
Now, after I had a majority of the stuff filmed when I got to San Antonio. When I got to San Antonio, I just met a few actors. I showed them the work, and the work speaks for itself. They read it. They realized this is a good opportunity for them to expand themselves as actors, as performers as well. And it was a great opportunity for them.
Yeah.
And from there, it just started growing and growing. We started getting sponsorship here a few months ago with T-shirt, like merchandise,
Yeah.
things like that.
I think that helps out a lot too, because I know with our sponsors, and when we thank most of our sponsors,
Not most of them, all of them. We thank all of them.
No, but what I mean by that is that there's some that have fallen off and
Oh
some that
yeah,
have
yeah.
stayed.
That happens.
And for the one that have stayed, thank you so much. And the one that have fallen off, we'll catch you on the next go round. So that's what'll happen.
We still love you guys.
There's no hate. But what I'm trying to get is that when they help you, when they sponsor and they put their money into your project, they believe in what you got.
Yeah.
And shirts and stickers and caps and all that good stuff. Yeah, we put it on our website to sell it, but it's our calling card. You know, we've only next week will be 9 months that we've been doing this. So our trajectory is going up.
Yes.
You know, and we don't plan to look back. But I think that in the beginning you have to do that. It's like your calling card.
Yeah. Also, too, like it's almost like I have to have the work complete to show you this is what I can do.
Yeah.
Imagine with a big crew. Imagine with locations unlimited.
$100,000 cameras.
You know, imagine the imagination let loose.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just have one. No, I'll give you the whole thing. I'll give you the whole.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think you have to be like that. I mean, because people don't understand. Do most of these actors, are they actual professional actors, or there's some that are just like come up for casting calls and
No, only a few. Only a few. Most of what's happened is I've been able to meet some really great people that are just naturally intuitive. You know, they just have a natural charisma. Also, though, it takes a director to be able to recognize that. You know,
Yeah.
there's certain people that I wouldn't ask him to play a lawyer, obvio.
Yeah. They don't have it to be a lawyer.
No, but they do have something else.
Yeah.
And you find what that is and you kind of hone in on what that is and you build a story around it.
If you ever make an NBA movie, make me the center.
But the majority of people are like walk-ons
Yeah.
or like first time. And for me, I like that better because it gives us both the opportunity to grow, and we grow together. A lot of times when you get an actor that's either not that there's anything wrong with it, that has gone to school for it or something, they kind of already have their preconceived ideas, and they're not really willing to learn.
Yeah.
And for me, that's just like when you stop growing.
You have to be an open book.
Mm.
So say you meet like somebody, like some of these actors, and you think they have potential, but what do you do to pull out that emotion from them?
I spend time with them.
Uh-huh.
I spend time with them. I usually ask them what their favorite movies are. Like, give me your 3 favorite movies, your 3 favorite actors, and that's usually a good way to gauge what they're kind of into.
Yeah. I guess you could tell a lot about a person by the movies the movies they like and the type of roles and shit, huh?
Usually, what I would do is if I went to someone's house, I would look at their bookshelf.
Or the DVDs or the books.
DVDs, albums,
Yeah.
or whatever, because you kind of start to seeing like what it is that they're what they're using to entertain.
What makes them
themselves
run
with.
too, right? You get a little insight on them.
Because a friend of mine, he knows everything about like dollar bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just goes on and on about the history of dollar bills, the serial numbers, and things like that. So something like that, like if I wrote that, it would be just what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is I'll say, hey, I want you to talk about that, but while you're doing that, I want you to like, you know, beating somebody up or doing something totally different than you would expect someone like that.
Yeah.
You know, let's say like they're sawing somebody's leg.
Talking about dollar bills.
Yeah, talking about dollar bills. He goes, did you know that? You know, it just makes them normal.
That sounds like some Pulp Fiction stuff
Yeah,
right there. That's
exactly.
what it sounds like. Yeah.
I think that's the fact that you could put someone through that and they go through it and it works. It just speaks about how you're able to read the people around you and where you want them to go.
The reason I asked that, I was actually listening to some recently. I don't know if you know the rapper he does acting too, Conejo.
Oh,
From
yes. The guy from the tax collector?
Yeah, the tax collector, him and Shia LaBeouf. And they said they were trying to get, like, they had him in classes, like, to act. And they said Shia LaBeouf and the director were pushing him to the point where he wanted to fight him and to draw out that emotion, you know what I mean? And he said he didn't know what was going on. He's all, they were pissing me off.
Mm-hmm.
He's all, but they got it out. And they're like, all right, that's it right there.
Yeah, a lot of times you can use that method. He did really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really think he was acting.
But yeah, I don't think he was, bro. I think he was just being who he is, you know what I mean?
I mean,
He's invited to the carne asada.
Yeah, bro, you better
He
watch
pulled
out.
it off. He pulled it off.
You talking about Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about Conejo.
No, yeah, well, I mean, overall, I'm saying Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf is crazy, bro. That dude gets in the roles hardcore. They say he like becomes a person. Whoever
he's in one of my favorite films, the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, I was just gonna, that one's badass, dude. I love that movie.
That was a great.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
that one's good, dude.
I think last year they asked me my favorite 3. That was one.
That was your top 3.
That was a good movie.
What are your top 3?
The Godfather.
Godfather's good.
The one, and there's a movie by Wim Wenders, a black and white movie called Once Were Angels.
That sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
They actually remade it. They remade it with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay, that's where I'm getting it from.
City of Angels.
Yeah,
but the original is really the premise is just beautiful filmmaking, kind of like Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah.
What I liked about that is that it wasn't bells and whistles. It was just raw emotion.
Yeah.
One of my favorite performances by that guy.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a great movie. I think one of my top 3 movies is Raging Bull.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Raging Bull was good.
I mean, not only with the actors, but just the way that how gritty it was back then. And even if it's black and white, you could see and feel that it's bloody. Mess that the guy went through so much hell. And I was like, that dude was a champion? Shit.
Yeah, it was a great character study.
I mean, that's something where it's like you just sit down in front of them because you weren't in that era. You know, you just have to listen to them and hopefully maybe you get to sit down and talk to that person and you can relive something or relate.
Right before I went to Phoenix, I started going back and watching those movies I remember as a kid, like what was that, Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh yeah.
Right, because I thought, okay, well, I'm going to a desert. This will be the biggest canvas that I've ever worked with. What do I want to see? Like what sort of emotions do I want to convey? And I remember studying that film. What's really strange about those films, especially like The Godfather and things like that, you think of those movies were made back when it was film. You know, so you shot and then you had to wait.
Yeah, you just have to cut the tape and do all that.
You had to have the film developed.
Yeah.
Then you had to watch it with no sound to see if you got the shot.
I think that's a hell of a lot of work back then.
Oh yeah,
and there was no shortcuts.
I remember movies would nowadays it seems like the turnaround's quick like that, dude. But back then you used to wait. They would announce a movie like years before it was coming out, and then if it ever came out, you know what I mean, you'd be waiting for it for years.
Like I think there was there was a series. I don't know if it was Apple or one of the streaming channels where they did the background of how the Godfather was made with Mario Puzo.
Yeah,
and,
The Offer.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, they're doing one with about Rocky too.
Really, that'll be a good one.
Oh, yeah. Rocky's a badass movie, dude. That's got one of all time great movies right there.
Well, he's a great writer.
Yeah, he wrote those and nobody wanted to give him a shot on that, right? Yeah, I remember.
That's sort of like you start to be in the same boat, and you start to realize that you dedicate. Well, me, I can only speak for myself. I've dedicated the last 4 years of all of my emotions, everything, pain, my joy, and I've been able to interpret it into something, into this story where it's a healthy way for me to express myself, to deal with my emotions. There's anger, there's comedy, there's
Yeah.
pain, there's mystery. There were all these emotions that I felt after I lost my grandmother, right? And I knew my personality was such that it could go a few ways. You could get really depressed and do a bunch of drugs and kind of fall back into that. I could start drinking a lot. I could start having relationships with a bunch of different people. But I took that moment to really reflect on that. That was the most, and to this day is like the most profound loss.
Yeah.
When people ask me what has hurt you the most, it's that. So after that, like, there's really nothing. The intent I have now is to tell this story.
But if you can you give us a summary of what the story is about?
Yeah, the story. So I have to tell you a little bit about my grandmother first.
Yeah, yeah.
So she came here in the '60s. She was a waitress in Houston. She she came to East Texas, worked at a sawmill. Was one of the only women that worked there. A lot of firsts for her because she was a woman working in a man's environment. She was single like my whole life. I kind of I found out why as later on. But she was telling me we were watching something on TV, and I think it was Trump. And Trump was speaking, and she just shook her head and she said, "No, I remember when these men used to mean what they said." And she named Jimmy Carter. She named John F. Kennedy. And she told me a story that when John F. Kennedy made his trip to Texas, that the first place he stopped was in Houston. And LULAC had held a luncheon for him. And that when they came out, that Jackie Onassis uh, went up to the podium and addressed the crowd, and she spoke Spanish. And my grandmother said they all looked at each other, were like, wow. And because she goes, it wasn't like this elementary Spanish. No, what did she say? Ella estaba tirando rollo. And she said, we all looked at each other and we're like, hey, maybe this is, th- th- this president is for us, which he
Yeah.
was. He was very progressive.
She didn't pull the salsa out of her. She didn't pull the Cholula out of her
Yeah,
purse
yeah.
or what?
Yeah. So I asked my grandma, I go, how do you know that? She said, I was there.
Oh,
And I was
nice.
like, wow. I said, I didn't know that you were politica. And she said, there's a lot of things about me you don't know. And so from there, she started telling me the story. And she would have these nightmares about the assassination. And she said, what this country needs is two brothers. Like, imagine two Mexicanos, Kennedys type thing.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuck with me. And that this whole time that we've never had a Mexican governor. So I started thinking, hey, I think there's something there.
Are you talking about in Texas in general?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Texas, never had one. We've had one run back in the '70s under the Raza Unida party, but we haven't had one since. So this story was kind of my way of introducing these two brothers. But what I wanted to do is show that the political world and the world de la calle, they're basically the same.
Oh yeah, just different levels, but it's the same. It's the same game.
It's the same game.
It's the same game.
So you have these two brothers. You have my John F. Kennedy, which he's kind of like the Martin Luther King type, and then you have the Malcolm X type. One talks about it and one is about it. And I wanted to show that there was a Mexicano running for governor that was supported by all these other people, senators and congressmen, to show that uh, our power is in the people.
Yeah.
Our power is in who votes for us, who backs us up. The same thing with this series. I can complain that they don't have this, they don't have that, we're not represented, we're not. And my mom, I remember telling her that. She goes, "Well, let's do something about it."
I
And
like that.
so,
I like that, bro. Instead of like complaining about it,
Mhm.
fucking get up and do something about it.
now the next part, the first part is getting everyone together, um, coordinating all these schedules of different people. Started off with 3 actors. Then I think the last time I counted, there's like 60.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it got bigger and bigger. And the story stayed the same.
Yeah.
How I told it started to change a little bit. And so just filming it, getting all that together was one part. But this next part is the big part. This is the part I think I told Lupita. This is when you roll your sleeves up because, the cameras, the lights are done, the flashes of the cameras, the red carpets. Now it's the real work, which is the editing,
Yeah.
the sound design, the composition, all those things that aren't as fun.
The glamour stuff is done. Now it's the grab the shovel
the
and
nitty-gritty.
dig.
And then the next phase will be the people.
Yeah.
Is you support it.
Yeah.
You support something that is about you and not something that isn't about you.
Oh yeah.
Someone telling your story. And it'll only be as big as we support it.
Yeah. How are you guys marketing it?
Well, right now I've been using my social media.
Uh-huh.
Christmas Day we'll be dropping our website, and this next phase is about that. It's about marketing. It's about getting the monies, to get these other parts done because that's where the money comes in.
That's a hook.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely got to get the links and everything to the website, everything
For sure.
freehand, so we could
Mhm.
have it down in the description and push it too.
Well, I think you've drawn quite a good buzz so far.
Hmm.
Because I know I'm sold on it. And I keep preaching it to James.
I
every
keep
time
hearing
see
it. I keep hearing all around San Antonio. So, and this guy knows everything that's going around San Antonio. I don't know how he knows half of the shit he does, but
I know 2 guys that are pretty funny that would probably come out on the.
look at him. He's trying to get in there.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, I think that
Just give me their info whenever you get a chance.
I'll get you their number.
Yeah, well, who are those guys, bro?
I can't talk about it right now.
Oh, it's top secret too.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, that's how you know.
You're gonna have to sign the NDA, bro.
Hey, that's how you know.
All right,
Exactly. It's for them to discover who it's gonna be.
all right.
You got to keep them in suspense. You can't just give it all away.
No, I'm like a youngster still, bro. I'm like just shooting the load right away.
You
bro.
gotta walk.
I don't have no
You
patience,
gotta
dude.
walk before you run. You gotta fucking take off.
Nah, I want to take off, bro.
You're like Usain Bolt. Take it easy.
I got my wheels on, dude.
Yeah, you got your heelys.
The Heelys.
Take it easy.
Dude, I'd break my neck on some of those. I don't even know how these kids riding that shit, dude.
But I think that you're doing a phenomenal job as far as like getting people interested and choosing where you're gonna appear in. Because I know that's not easy because you could go everywhere all the time, and then where people are like, oh, this dude again.
It's got a buzz, but it's like real mysterious at the same time. So it's like, oh shit, what is this? What's going on? It's intriguing, dude, because I don't know what's going on, but at the same time, it's like buzzing everywhere.
Well, that's the way I said it. I did it that way.
Yeah.
Because we're in that age where, like I said, you find out everything is readily available. But the one thing people don't want to do is wait.
Yeah, everybody's impatient now. Nobody has
I think it's a sense of entitlement. They just want it fast.
No, everything's fast now. Everything's at your fingertips, dude, like that.
Oh, I think we were talking about this the other day. Like when I was a kid, and they would on Thanksgiving and on Christmas and Halloween, they would show certain things that they didn't show the whole year.
Yeah.
So on Christmas, you had Frosty the Snowman,
Yep.
Rudolph. They didn't show that in February, March, April, May. No.
Shit, we used to have to wait till Saturday to watch cartoons, bro. There was no cartoons during the week. It was Saturday morning.
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yep. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Dude, those were the best when the little what is that called?
The claymations.
Yeah, those were the best, dude. I still watch those, dude, every Christmas. I make my kids watch them with me, dude.
See, the one thing is that if you missed it, then that was it.
You were SOL.
There was no replay.
Yeah.
But we were trained that way.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's not. And
you could see a whole season, a whole batch. That's why they made a meme. It says here, let me show you my 10-hour movie in episode, and
Yeah.
you're gonna watch it all.
For sure, for sure.
Well, it's
And
instant gratification now, dude.
Mhm.
Right away.
It also depends on what kind of a film you're trying to make. What's your message?
Yeah.
Are you trying to? Are you more about impact? Are you more about lightheartedness? Are you-
Action.
Are you more romance? It's
Yeah.
like books. You have your spy thrillers, and
Mhm.
then you have your Harlequin romance novels, and you have your Shakespeare. So it's. I mean, I think there's enough for everybody right
Yeah.
now.
You know what? I like series better than I do movies because over series you get to like character build more.
Mm-hmm.
In the movies, it's all jam packed in 2 hours.
Mm.
But like you said, you get a 10-hour film in a series, dude. I love that better.
I started this as a film, but as the story got bigger, I thought, okay, well, I don't want to cut this down, like, and I don't have to.
Yeah.
That's the advantage that I have now, that I don't have somebody lording over me,
Yeah.
telling me, you need to do this, you need to do that. Just let me do me, and then like I said, I can show you better than I can tell you.
James can tell you the same thing. That's how I am with him.
What's that?
When's the next episode?
Oh, dude, this guy talk about impatience, bro.
But it's like I tell him, I go, I'm sorry because I'm in sales. In sales, you need results
Mm-hmm.
on the double. If not, we don't get paid.
True.
And
Yeah.
then I step back, and I know we've talked about it several times. We joke about it on the podcast, but I do admire what he does. I really do take into consideration everything that he does, because not only is he my partner on the podcast, but he's a dad, he's a husband, he's a provider. He has his own business, so he wears many hats, and I just see him in that one hat all the time, and I got to step back and say he has other hats to put on.
It's good that you see that now, at 9 months in,
Yeah,
and
9
not-
months in, right?
and not 2 years in,
Yeah,
That's
oh,
true.
God.
5 years.
I don't
That's
think
true.
I don't think we make it.
Nah, dude. Nah, I mean, I like when you butter me up, dude. But
Oh yeah, I mean we still have pillow talk at night, so we gotta tuck each other in at night
he,
before we.
he
close
butters.
the
I
day.
think we were talking about he
Yeah.
butters me up. Hey, bro, what's going on? You having a good day? How you feeling? And
But-
it's like,
but it works.
When's the episode dropping?
And now I like it's like it's a true story. Last night he put on, man, I did this, and I'm still editing
Mm.
because I want to get the episode out because it's good. And then this morning I called him, hey man, I want to tell you, great job, proud of you. I'm so thankful that you do what you do, not only with your family life, but with the podcast and everything else that encompasses you. I just called to tell you I'm proud of you.
Yahweh,
that's
Yahweh, that's
important.
enough, bro. Yeah.
So when is the episode done?
Actually, it's dropping tomorrow
It's
with
dropping tomorrow
with Rev Ray.
So,
And then yours, you're releasing the King of the South on Christmas Day, right?
Christmas Day.
So, I mean, if you want it out the day before, or you want it out the day, I'll make it happen.
Whatever is easier for you, brother.
Bro, I'm gonna make it happen. Which day works for you better for your release?
I would say what? Huh?
Oh, a week before?
A week before.
Okay, I made a big promise right there. I'll try. No, I think I'll get it done. I'll make it happen.
I was looking at you like, who the hell are you?
If not, Christmas Day is fine.
Nah, I'll make it happen the week before. We'll do it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. Now the pressure's on.
Well,
all
that's
right, though.
really where the movie's made. That the editing.
Yeah,
You can shoot all day long, but if you don't have someone that's putting it together, not just that, but it have to feel the flow.
Yeah.
well, your editor has to know how to tell a story too, because there's a storytelling art in editing. You know what I mean?
Boy, there is.
Like you could give that film to 10 different people, and you're gonna have 10 different stories out of the same film. You know what I mean?
So, and that's really important, because you put all of this work into it, and you don't just want to hand it to anybody.
Yeah,
It's almost like, well, you have to show me your work.
you have to love it too.
Yeah, I just showed you mine, but let me see yours
Yeah.
before
Nah, that's
we go
complete.
any further. And that's where we're at the moment, is this next phase, which is post-production, which is the editing phase.
And that takes time in itself.
Yes, sir.
Especially I could imagine on a film. I could imagine.
And that's the thing, like with us in the beginning, he would send me, he's like, tell me what you think. I'm like, now it's like, I trust you. Like, your vision is our vision. because I know what it takes and I know how much of a perfectionist he is. So my two cents, my 2 cents is go so far, and then I know that he'll take over, and I have that trust in him.
Sometimes they'll be like, throw fireworks in there, bro. Let's have an explosion. Fucking
I have stupid ideas. He's like, yeah, bro, I'll think about it.
like, bro, I'm not a wizard over here, dude. Like, I could do a little bit, but I'm not a wizard.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a secret. Sometimes when my actors do that, I'm like, yeah, we'll shoot it.
You just tell them, yeah, right?
We're not shooting.
I do that too. Yeah, bro, I got this. I got it.
We're not recording.
Yeah. There's no film in the can. Just go.
Sometimes I just tell them, yeah, like my wife.
Déjalos.
Yeah.
I treat them like my wife do when they're fucking like, yeah, okay.
And then
okay.
2 weeks later, when it comes out, like,
Yeah.
what happened? Oh, you know, we're gonna
Dude,
save it.
They don't see anything else
Yeah,
except that
the-
one.
Yeah.
Hey, where's my part? I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, so you didn't see any of
didn't
the
give a
other
shit.
movie,
Gotcha.
just that part. That's usually how it goes.
You got to tell them to pause. They got to have their pause game good.
You're like, you didn't see it? You came on.
They had to watch the Squigglies back in the day because that pause game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think on Machete, like, it's just this quick side of my face, right? I didn't have a beard then. My hair wasn't long. So, but I always look at that picture because, now I'm on the poster.
Oh, you're on the poster too?
Well, now I'm on the poster
Oh,
of my
he's on-
own.
Oh, your own, yeah. Did you get to meet Danny Trejo?
I did.
Okay, he seems like a pretty cool ass guy.
Yeah. He's very laid back.
He does a lot over there in LA too for the community and everything out there. So that's pretty badass.
Yeah, he was really laid back.
Unless you throw a water bottle at him, he'll get at you.
Oh, yeah. Everybody will.
I heard.
So let me ask you this. Now that you're comfortable and you've been here in San Antonio, would you consider San Antonio your home base?
For now.
Dude, you see that jacket, bro? It ain't nowhere home base, dude. That jacket travels, bro.
Oh, no, for sure. And the reason I asked because that's where he's like, I want to come home. And you know where home is, but you make home wherever home is at or where it feels like home.
This is what I've realized. It took me a while, but the project has taken me so many places and has allowed me to meet so many people, like so many different sorts of people, that they say it's who you become on the journey.
Yeah.
And I tell this to my closest people, like, I've become this person that I've never been this person before.
Yeah, I mean, shit, the journey changes you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what? I don't forget that story you told us about the opening and that trailer.
Oh yes, the road.
With the road, dude. That was deep, dude. And I don't forget that little story. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you turned a road into something really deep.
Well, that's just, I guess, the experience has taught me a lot of things. The other day when I went to Houston, I went to pick up some of the footage that I had because I like to have it in my hand. I know they send it in the cloud, y toda la chingada, pero,
Yeah.
you look at I'm old school.
Old school, bro. It's
Yeah.
like having dollars in your hand instead of the credit card. You know what I mean?
Or Cash App or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So I had somebody drive me down there, and I'm sitting in the passenger side, and I noticed that their rear view mirror is gone, right? And I think one of the cones or something flew up and it knocked the mirror out or something. But I kept staring at that mirror that wasn't there, right? Because I knew, I'm like, no, this is for me. This means something, not just like that by chance. And the further we went, I realized that it's kind of like where I am now. There's no need in looking back.
Yeah, it's all forward.
Everything's in front of me. I've also become, like, who I am now is not who I was last year. So things that were okay last year, they're not okay this year.
Yeah, it should always be like that too. To be honest, it should always be like that. We should always be.
Yeah, but at first, you want to take people on their word.
Yeah,
You want to believe that, man, these people are, really, going to do what they say. But now it's like, no, you need to show me.
yeah,
And I think it speaks a lot. It speaks volumes of people when they do actually show you,
Mm-hmm.
and they win you right away. And like, okay, I can comment that person. That's the person I want to be associated with. And I think I read somewhere where they say that's why the windshield is so much bigger because there's so much more to see and the rear view's so small because it's in the back.
Oh yeah, and you realize that, well, man, everything's in front of me.
Yeah.
I've gotten this far, then it's all in front of me, and I don't know where that's gonna take me. I know it'll take me. It's taken me to Phoenix, and I know from there that lowrider community is really connected to the community in Califas.
Yeah.
And I know in Califas, there's a lot of actors from those movies from back in the day, Mi Vida Loca, Blood In, Blood Out.
A lot of them live here in San Antonio, bro.
Mhm.
I've seen.
Mm-hmm. And so those actors in California, and then some of the actors that were on Mayans as well,
Oh yeah.
they're like, hey, dude, when you come, like, want to work with you.
Bro, you look like you could be on Mayans, dude. You would be perfect on that show,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Oh yeah. For real, though.
So that they'll take me to California
Yeah.
eventually. And from there,
To the Mecca. I'm calling it the Mecca, bro. You
You're
might not
from
agree, but I'm calling
California.
it the
That's
Mecca,
why. I would say the
Califa.
same thing if I was
Yeah.
from there, but
Yeah, bro.
I can't complain. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for California, you wouldn't be here, right?
Yeah, it's true. True, bro. True story.
That's the way I look at it.
and my characters actually, they call them Califas.
Oh, really? All right. Okay.
So-
Oh, now you want to watch it.
Now who's
fangirling me or you? Ready?
Yeah. Let's
Okay, before we wrap it up, where can everyone find you on all your social media platforms?
You can find on Instagram. You can find us at King of the South _ TV series. You can also find me at Carmona Gemini. You can find us on Facebook as well, King of the South as well. We have a YouTube channel,
all right.
King of the South TV, and we'll be dropping the website Christmas Day.
Oh, hey, well, you give us the website so we put in the description pre-hand. So that we,
And I brought you guys some posters and
hell yeah.
things like that. But
We'll need your autograph on.
oh, for sure, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
That'll be our first collector.
If this guy takes off his shirt and he tells you to autograph his chest, please don't do it. I
No,
beg you, don't do it.
One, I wouldn't do that.
He will do it. He will do it.
Mm.
But
Stop lying.
but for the
But
reason,
we're not making that kind of movie.
yeah. Hey, maybe in the future, bro. Maybe in the future.
Well, maybe
bro.
after we come out on it, maybe it'll
Yeah.
be different.
They
But-
it was a weird way we ended the show. Is he's a busy guy, so he's got his right hand man here saying, "Hey, it's time. You guys
gotta
took up
cut
enough
it.
time."
You gotta cut it.
Oh, okay. Oh no, we're leaving it in. You jumped in. We're leaving it in.
Yeah, it's live.
It's,
You're good.
everything that comes in, we do it. We leave it.
So, what I wanted to ask you, is there a special shout out you wanted to send to anybody, any place in particular?
Huh. My mom.
Say hi to mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
What's mom's name?
Her name is Maria. Maria.
Hey, bro,
Alanis.
you're deep, bro. I don't know you that good, but everything you say is deep. So when you say something, I'm waiting for like the
pitch.
the like to go all esoteric and shit, dude. So I'm like, his mom, all right, where's this going?
Mhm.
No, but it's to your mom, bro.
Mhm. My mom, she's my biggest fan.
She supports everything you do, still watches everything.
Hmm and now my grandfather does. And
Oh, no way.
For a long time, he didn't,
That's a big one with the grandpas, bro, because the
No,
grandpas
no.
don't give a shit, dude, most of the time.
No. He saw the trailer, and then when I saw him after that, he brought it up to me, and like, I was
That's badass. That thumbs up
full
probably meant a
circle.
lot, bro.
Full circle.
Hell yeah.
Because a lot of the story is based on what they did for us,
Yeah.
to be here. And I missed his birthday, and I told him, I went to see him a few days before, and I told him that I wasn't going to be able to be at his birthday because I had something to do with the film, and I explained that to him. Of course, because my mom made me feel real guilty.
Oh yeah,
She's
dude.
like,
They have to do that, bro.
yeah, he's like, it's gonna be his last birthday, and I'm like, but I can see him on Wednesday. Like, why don't I take him to lunch on Wednesday? But and I was telling him, and he said, no. He says, like, you basically like you're doing something with my name, I didn't come over here just to come over here. Like, sígale, dale gas.
You're giving them a legacy, bro. Like continuing the legacy and something bigger than.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, because the story of what King of the South is about establishing and reclaiming the territory known as Aztlán,
Yeah.
which is from Texas to Califas. And the way they do that is by having governors and senators and congressmen, people in those positions of power, to reclaim that territory. So you have one brother who's, governor, who's, just thirsty for power, right? And what do they say? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And then you have the other brother who the world is trying to find a way, like, how do we get to this one? Like, is it drugs? Is it women? Is, like, what is it? The thing with him is that he has a father's dying wish. So that's the only intent he has. And because he's the son that was never recognized, it's like my father on his deathbed has asked me to do something. And I've been waiting my whole life, like, to be noticed, to be recognized by him. And he asked me this thing to make sure that this one becomes governor. So in order for one of these brothers to ascend, the other one has to descend, right? But in that acknowledgement and in that acceptance of doing that, he actually becomes a king because he's behaving like.
Bro, I got the sneak peek of the first episode, and what you said right now just like put everything in perspective for me. What I watched, because it's only a first episode, so you don't get the whole. But now, like I understand it now. You know what I mean? Like
because a lot of people ask me about it, and I'm like, man, I want to tell you, but then, like, you got to watch it.
No, but it put clarity to it for me. You know what I mean? So that's now when I watch it, I'm gonna see it from different eyes now. You know what I mean? So it's cool. I like that. I like that explanation you gave for it.
Thank you.
Badass.
Glad we recorded it because I don't know if I remember.
Oh, you'll get a coffee.
You might get a different explanation tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll take a coffee, sure.
No, but I think
that's gonna be a cut right there. I'm gonna cut that into a reel right there.
That'll be gold right there. That's a perfect gem. But I really think that the product that you're about to drop to everyone else is something that we've been waiting for. And it's something that we're gonna want, and we're gonna want more of it. And you're right, little bit by little bit makes you want it more. Because if you put everything in the trailer, you're like, why am I gonna watch the movie or the episode?
Exactly. I got to work with a lot of good people, but I also got to work with, like, a lot of family. My nephew, he's 13. His name is Giovanni Hernandez. Rad Bear, he's in it, and he's a big part of the story. So it's like there's a scene where, my character hasn't been around. So he's never met me. He's heard of me. But when I come into town, of course, I come with bad news. So all he knows is like, well, as soon as you showed up, man, you made my dad cry. As a kid, that's all he's angry. So he confronts me. He confronts the deal. And he says, like, everything was fine till you showed up and this and that. He says, you know what they said about my abuelo? I said, what? He said, they said that he was just a dreamer. He said, is that what I'm going to be? Am I going to be just a dreamer? And I say, no, like, you're the dream. It's the world belongs to you. And my nephew is Mexicano Negrito Gabacho. So what I try to tell him is that just your existence is resistance. You just showing up, bro, walking in the door, because they want to tell our stories for us.
Oh yeah, dude. I bet you he got a lot of confusion growing up like that with all that a little bit, right? That's what, dude. Okay, I remember. So, like, my family, dude, I'm half white and half Mexican. Well, Chicano, whatever. And the white side was like redneck. Didn't really care for. I don't know if they didn't care for Mexicanos, but and then my Chicano side hated white people, bro. So when my mom took me home to my grandma, she told my mom, "Get that goddamn honky baby out of my house." It was like that, bro. So I could imagine being all three. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you wouldn't know what to call them.
You know,
Yeah.
you know where to place yourself.
You know, but it's this it's the world we live in now.
Yeah.
You know, just now, like let's say in the political world, you have these 80-year-old men that are still with these archaic laws, and then you have these 20, 30-year-olds that are africana, cubana, que son they're married to women, just very progressive thinkers, mostly minorities. You know, all the people that they wanted to
Keep
oppress.
going.
Yeah.
And not only that, but now not only have are we there, but we've gone to more prestigious universities.
Oh yeah.
We have more credentials than they do.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what the story of King of the South is to establish this a new vision of the new Chicano Mexicano.
Yeah, it's like you said, they're learning the game. You can't play the game if you don't know the rules.
And then to learn them and then use them against.
Yeah. Nah, it's a good concept. I like it. I'm intrigued, especially after you gave me that explanation. I'm like, okay, shit. Now that like it builds a storyline for me to follow. You know what I mean? I'm anxious to see the rest of the episodes.
Me too. Me too.
But shit, that was a long wrap up.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was extended mix.
That was the extended.
Okay,
that was,
now the prayer.
no,
Now,
no.
the kumbaya, we know hands. And
now you can sign his chest. He's ready for it now. He's
we're not
been
doing
warming
it.
up.
We're not doing it on film.
All right, off
That's
the film.
off film. That's a blooper reel.
But
Right.
I do want to say thank you to the city of San Anto.
Yeah, it seems like they're good with the community, man. Like they're
Yes, I want to say thank you to San Anto because they've been nothing but supportive. They've accepted me with open arms. All the businesses from here, and not just like anybody, but like some really, you know, some of the not that other people aren't important, but you know, some trendsetters,
Oh,
some
yeah.
movers and shakers, and like I said, they've been nothing but open and hospitable to.
Do they make you get permits here to film?
Oh, no, I can't talk about.
All
that.
right.
I'm not allowed to speak on that.
I don't know,
signed
'cause-
the NDA.
I'm just like, because I know California, bro. They're fanatic about that shit, dude.
More money.
Pues
Yeah,
como
that's what it
dicen,
is too, is money.
Es like como es más fácil a pedir perdón que
But
permiso.
but
Exactly.
here in Texas and San Antonio, man, I got nothing but good shit to say about the city, man. They make it so easy for business to anything you want to do. They leave the
You're
lines,
letting a
they
secret
leave the
out.
lane wide open for you, and they allow you to do what you want to do without all the red tape and the parameters. You know what I mean?
Let's change
So-
the subject.
No, I'm just saying. I'm giving shout out to San Antonio
No,
because
no.
they're good to businesses and to, like you said, creative people. Man, they work with you.
And also too, man, to understand that not only are the actors' characters, but so is the city.
Yeah.
The city is definitely alive and well.
Well, you made it a backdrop, so it's the canvas for the first season, at least as
For
far as I
sure.
know.
The launching pad.
We'll see the Arizona canvas when it comes out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I used to live in Arizona, so I'm curious about that one too. I want to see. So
Man, you've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. I'm like his jacket, bro. There's some stories,
I'm gonna
bro.
buy you one for
Some
Christmas.
stories. I can't pull that jacket off. I wish I could, bro.
I'll buy you and make you one.
Dude, you're gonna have to give me like a big one, dude. I can't pull that off, bro.
Oh, it's funny. I was eating dinner the other night outside of my studio and under a light, and there, and this guy walked by and looked at me, and he gave me $1. I
Was
like,
that for the
"Oh."
movie or for you?
No, I guess for
Did
me.
you take it?
Yeah, I took
Oh
it.
hell yeah!
But I
Hell
guess
yeah.
he looked at my jacket and he's like, "Damn, this guy's."
The veterano.
He's down and out. This guy's down
Hey
and out
man, but
right
San
now.
Antonio, they're like that. There's people that are good. They're good-hearted by nature. You know, I live in the West Side. I was raised in the South Side, but I live in the West Side now. And the West Side people, let me tell you, there's all walks of life, but the majority, the older crowd, they're very proud people. And I love it because I know that they're trying to build a monorail. And I saw some signs that I'll never forget what it says, Mi barrio no se vende. And I was like, that is badass. That is bad. That's a big middle finger to the big wigs. Like you ain't, I'm not going to say, I don't give a shit what you offer me.
I've
But-
seen those signs.
And I think that's awesome. That's great marketing. But I know that for a fact, like with HEB, when they want to buy your property, they're like, hey, we're going to buy it for me. And people hold out for more money. And sometimes HEB will be like, okay, we're not going to pay you. We'll just build around
They
you.
get that imminent domain.
No, they won't do that.
They don't do that
No,
here.
because it's an actual house.
Oh, okay.
So, but the thing is, HEB will build around you. I've seen it, and that's why I'm like, you see a nice HEB parking lot, and there's a house in the parking lot. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you see some houses in crazy places. Here.
But I mean, it's like, hey, you should have sold.
But like you were saying, the people, like I say, I'm not from Texas, but the older Tejanos, man, they're cool as shit, man. Great people, nice, cool. No,
That's why I stay on the west side.
I think this younger generation though, I think it's everywhere though, man. They're just like the respect is gone and like just being nice. I think a lot of it's gone. But the older Tejanos, man, they're nice as shit. You can have great conversations with them. Like I have one right here where I have a great conversation with them.
Oh, and thank you guys. Thank you.
No, thank you for coming, man. Thank
I
you for
mean,
spending the time with us.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you, bro.
No, thank you 2 times.
Yeah.
No, but honestly,
We do gotta thank Lupita. Lupita
Yes.
opened some doors
Lupita.
for us big time.
Lupita will be on the podcast soon enough.
Right.
But she's a wonderful person. Shout out to Chispa. That's what she's known for, and that's the kind of person she is.
Dude.
She's a mover, a shaker, a deal maker.
Dude, we saw her working over there at Jaime's place for that event, and
I got tired just meeting her, shaking her hand. I'm like, God damn,
dude, it was like watching a tornado just run around.
You should have seen the premiere for King of the South.
You landed a good person to work with you, man, and help you out because she works, bro.
No, she does. I tell her all the time, man. I tell people when they ask me about her, I say, if I had 3 seconds left, I would pass her the ball.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, that's the Kobe. That's Kobe right there, bro.
The Mamba
Easily.
mentality.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you Mamba.
yeah.
That'll be. I think Chispa's out the door, but Mamba. You're the Mamba.
If you need the winning shot,
Yeah.
Lupita's there right there.
For sure.
Every time you do that, it's like Lupita.
That's your new call sign, Lupita.
No, but no, for real. I really think that you have something special. As you do when you look at a scene or picture a scene or an actor or actors. I'm a big fan, like I said, of movies and music, and that's what James leaves that up to me. He's like, I trust you with the guest, and I know that I wanted to get you for a reason.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that we did, and thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate all the flowers you've given us, but we want to reciprocate that with you when everything drops, everything that's associated with you guys. We want to be involved in it one way or another.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I welcome that.
And we can't thank you enough.
We're gonna make it happen the week before Christmas. We're gonna make it happen.
He said it. I mean,
No, we're gonna make it happen.
I'll be in Mexico, God willing.
Yeah.
But yes, you have our support in everything and anything.
Thank you so much,
Yep.
man.
No, we
Muchas
appreciate
gracias.
you.
And after it drops, man, we gotta get you back on here.
For
Yes.
sure.
That way we could talk about how it's going, dude, and get
For
the
sure.
recap on it.
For
Hell yeah.
sure.
And
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Every time you go to a different season, we want you on.
Of course.
I wish we would have known about the premiere because we're just right across the street where you guys
Oh, I
had it. I
know.
wish I would have known,
I know, right across the street.
but I don't think we were linked up yet. We didn't.
No, I think we were still flying under. When was it, in June?
yeah, June the 9th.
Yeah, we had just we started in late March.
Oh yeah, so we
So
weren't
we were still getting our sea legs.
we were in a blimp on the.
They're like, who the hell are these idiots? And then I was like, well, we want to be a part of those idiots.
Who are these idiots with the caca emoji?
the guys that cuss a lot.
Oh, yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, you did on your birthday?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
it on
that's
my
badass.
birthday.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I heard there was lowrider shows, lowrider cars passing back and forth,
Yes,
and
and Shelly Lares and Patsy Torres sang me happy birthday. My mom was here, my brother, my sister, friends.
that had to be special for your mom to watch that. Dude.
It
to see
was.
all that.
It was.
That had to have been.
It was. She just like, she hugged me and she whispered like, you did it.
Did you cry, bro?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet, dude. That's hard. Dude, I noticed as I get older, dude, I'm getting soft.
Oh man,
I'm getting soft,
Me and
dude.
a friend of mine were just talking about that today. I showed him something, some of my old work, and I'll give you the link to that. But there's a particular movie called Pedro Pan that I made, and it's you know, it's emotional, but
Yeah.
it's got a lot of emotions in it. But you know, it'll make you think.
It's a
and-
tearjerker.
Yeah, he's like, all right, dude, you gotta leave, bro. And I said, why? He goes, dude, like, you're like, you make me think. You know, like when I see a bag of chips in your movie, I know it's not just a bag of chips. Like,
Yeah.
there's some like there's a
Something-
portal.
That's what I'm saying. Some deep,
Yeah,
dude. That's
you
what
fall in the bag of chips and it takes you to another universe.
I'm
or some
telling you,
shit.
dude. That's what I say when you say something. I'm like waiting for the esoteric version of it, dude. I'm waiting for it, dude. But yeah, we get softer as we get older, man. When I was young, I was cold as ice, dude. No, nothing. And now I watch a cartoon movie and I start tearing up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's allergies. Yeah, that sucks.
Like life softens the journey, dude. It softens up, dude. It softens us up.
Well, I think you start to realize like what's really important.
Yeah, and life beats you up and has a way of humbling you. You know what I mean? It'll humble the shit out of you.
Most definitely.
And you think you're badass, dude. Life will show you real quick. You ain't nothing. It'll kick you when you're down and let you know. But thank God we're not in those years anymore.
Yeah, and you know that was me like over 5 years ago. But I also know that then I was just surviving, like survival mode. But I'm not there anymore. I'm thriving.
Yeah.
I'm not surviving. I'm thriving.
I'm not like trying to like glaze you, or how the youngsters say glaze you these days, but that's what they say, bro. When you're giving somebody flowers, bro, they glaze you, bro.
Okay, you scared me.
I
I
got young kids out here, so I get all the lingo, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
But when you walk in the room, dude, you have a presence, and it's like a calming presence, like an even flow, dude, and it just kind of like I can see it like settle in the room, you know what I mean?
Yes, but like it wasn't always like that.
Yeah, but it takes life, it takes a journey to get you there.
Well, there's a line in episode 1 that I tell Ram Herrera's in it. I tell him that si quieres un pedazo del cielo, hay que ir al infierno.
Yup.
You know, which is, you know, if you want a piece of heaven, sometimes you got to go to hell to
You
get it.
got to go through hell to get to heaven, bro. That's the only way.
And then once you get there, you're like, okay.
You're like, I don't know. You're like, I don't know. It was funner over there.
Yeah. Well, I you know, now everything is just it's just unfolding.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning in a good mood.
Well, you're doing your dream, bro. You're living in your purpose. When you're living in your purpose, everything just kind of flows, dude. The doors open and it just kind of flows. But you have to. It takes a lot to get there.
Yes.
I'm not there yet.
Oh, we're eating chingazos left and right.
Dude, life has been beating me up, bro. But we're punching through it, bro.
But I mean, I think if you have a good support, because I know we support each other as much as we can. And like I said, we playfully call it pillow talk or morning talk. But I think if you have that communication, you build that bridge, and you know, okay, I'm going to war, he's coming with me.
Yeah.
If he's going to war, I'm going with him.
Especially you got the Mamba on your team.
Yeah, and now we're on the Mamba team. So San Antonio, watch out.
This was a long wrap up. Right?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to wrap it up though, because cameras are getting a little low.
Yeah.
But no, it was a pleasure, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you.
And this is su casa.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah. Anytime you want to come, you got something to promote, you want to just sit down and talk, let us know. We're open doors to you, man.
I appreciate it. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you, guys. Have a great week. Happy holidays.
You guys better be on the lookout too for the Kings of the South, because it's coming.
It's coming hard.
Yo.
It's already here.
All right, guys. Peace.
Deuce.